Whispers, Ilse.
Hey, honey. You can't sleep? Why is that? Oh, what did people told you? Wow, okay. How do you feel right now? You don't feel so good about it? Well, it's not important what other people think about you. The only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. How do you feel about yourself? There are a couple of things that you could do better. Like what? Yeah, I think that a lot of people have that. Well, if you really want to change something, you can do it, Of course you can. You can always change something about your life. You're the one who decides how your life is going to look like, no matter what happened in the past. The past has already been written, but the future isn't. Yeah, I understand that you can get sucked up in that feeling sometimes. I had that too, for a very long time. I was sucked up in that feeling for years and years, that I wasn't good enough, and that I wanted to change my life. Sometimes you just need that one person who tells you that you can do it. You know what I mean? And I know that you can do it. So what would you like to change? You don't want to get stuck in your job anymore and you just want to follow your dreams? What don't you like? What is the thing that you don't like about your job? It's boring, okay. People aren't that nice. They don't give you recognition. Yeah, that can be really annoying. I know what you mean. If people don't treat you with respect. So, what kind of job do you have? Okay, so it's at an office, and most of the time you're stuck behind a computer, just having some chats with people at the office. Okay, I see. So what would you like to do? You don't know yet, but you know that you want to change something. Well, no matter what it is that you come up with, that you want to do, you can do it. You don't know how. Well, I can I can try to push you a little bit into the right direction, if you want to. Yeah, you just want to get these thoughts out of your head so that you can clear your mind a little bit to fall asleep. It's no problem. That's what I'm here for. That's where you have friends for, right? Okay, so if you want to follow your dreams, no matter what it is, even though it's a very small thing, or maybe it's a really big thing, I want you to imagine. Yeah, just close your eyes. I want you to imagine that you're already in that specific position that you want to be in life. Try to forget about all the stress. Try to forget about your job that you don't like, or a situation that you don't like. Try to forget about that. And try to focus on the thing that you like. as yet, but what you do know is that the situation that you're in is something that you don't like, so it's a negative feeling. And the thing that you do want to do is something that you can connect to, something positive, right? Okay, so try to imagine that you have this positive feeling. You can compare it a little bit with, for example, try to imagine the most happiest day in your life. Try to hold on to that feeling. So try to feel that happy, positive energy flows through your entire body. Do you feel it? Not yet? Okay. So try to take a couple of deep breaths. Try to clear your head and only feel that happy feeling. Try to focus on that happy feeling. Let go of all the negativity. And try to fill up your whole body with that specific feeling. And also your mind setting. Try to think about positive things. Do you feel it coming a little bit now? You do? That's very good. So what I want you to imagine is that you go into this feeling a little bit deeper. Try to see yourself in the position that you want to be in your life. For example, for me it will be that I would move to another country and that I could live with the person that I really want to live with, to share my life with that person, to travel around the world, meeting new people. Do you have a scenario in mind what you would like? You do? Okay. Just try to focus yourself on that specific thing. No matter how big it is or how small it is. Now I really want you to imagine that you are already in that specific situation. So try to imagine that you already have accomplished your goal and how happy you feel by the fact that you already accomplished that specific goal. I know it's a hard thing to do, but over time, if you practice this a little bit more, you will get the hang of it. So try to feel that amazing feeling of living your dreams, living your life, no matter how miserable the situation right now is that you're in with your work and stuff like that. I want you to step out of your comfort zone and go explore in your head the things that you would like to do, the passions that you have, the biggest dreams that you have. You know, some people told me when I was younger, and not even too long ago, is that dreams are there to stay there. Like, dreams are just dreams, and everybody needs dreams to, like, go to their daily routine and to come through the day, basically. But I don't feel the same way. I really truly believe that if you want something, you can do it. The only thing that you need to do is try to pretend that you're already in that situation. The reason why I say this is because I noticed that if you're in a negative situation and you think like, oh my god, this day can't get any worse than this, then something else happens that is really negative. Then something else happens that's also really negative. And then you have the feeling at the end of the day like, oh my god, I really had an off day today. You know what I mean? You have a lot of those days. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can make off days into good days. You can change that by starting today. Just think about the things that you would like to do at a certain moment in time if you don't feel good. If you feel sad, for example. Just try to explain, or just, no, not try to explain. Try to imagine that you are really, really happy that you already achieved your goals, that you're already there. If you have an off day, I want you to imagine that if something happens, try to think of something positive, and not only thinking about it, but also try to feel that feeling, because it's possible to change your mind setting when something negative happens. Of course, it's perfectly normal that if something dramatically changes, or if someone tells you that you look ugly, or that you're not good enough, that you feel sad about that. But in the end, if you keep dwelling on it, and if you get stuck, if that specific negative thought gets stuck into your brain, you get a negative self-complex, you get a negative self-image, and that's the last thing that you want. So what you have to do is, if something negative happens, you can say to yourself like, okay, think about something positive. Think about the future, the goals that you want to accomplish. So you're not trying to run away from the situation, or put yourself into the future already, so that you don't have to live in the here and now. No. The thing that you have to try to do is you take that happy moment, that happy memory that you have, and you connect that same happiness to the thing that you want to do in life, the thing that you want to accomplish, and you take it into the here and now. You like it? Does it make sense what I say? Yeah? Okay. Do you want me to continue? Just a little bit longer? Of course, I can see that you already start to doze off. It's really good. So try to feel that happy feeling if something negative happens. Basically, I can say that I really believe in the law of attraction. That if something negative happens and you think like, oh no, maybe something else is going to happen that's also negative, it is going to happen because you're basically asking for it. Sounds maybe a little bit harsh, but at least from my point of view, I noticed that it worked like that. If someone is talking bad about you, you become what they say about you. But if you're secure about yourself, and if you know what you want, and you know what your goal is, so you know which path to take, even though you don't know the road exactly, they can't get to you anymore. So if something negative happens, you can make a switch in your mind setting by saying, okay, this just happened, can be upset about it. Of course, it's not good what they did to me, or I can just try to move on for my own sake, for my own well-being. Try to think about something positive, because they can't get to me because they don't know where I'm going. Try to imagine that. Try to imagine that they can't get to you, because besides, they can say something about you, but they have their own reality. They have their own opinions, their own arguments based on their own facts, their own reality. But that doesn't mean that if they say something negative about you that it's true, unless you start to believe that it's true. Like it's always good to get criticism or like encouraging feedback, if you know what I mean, but you can tell the difference, because most of the time you can feel it in your heart. If they really try to get to you and you feel vulnerable, you have the feeling that you're not strong enough to project that. That's how they get to you. But you have to try to be strong enough, because you're worth it. Everyone is worth it. And society and just everything around us can tell us the complete opposite, or they can tell us like, just try to act normal because that's what everybody does. But what if you have another plan, another goal, another dream that you want to do? Just go for it. I know it's a long process to get there, and I realize that it's not going to happen overnight, but it can really help to think about the positive things. Try to think about the things that you're grateful for. For example, when you go to sleep or when you wake up, so that you start with a positive mind setting, or that you end with a positive mind setting, so that you can clear your head, that you can fall asleep with a wonderful, peaceful feeling. Just try to really feel the things that you're grateful for, and try to project the negativity around you. They say that you're not good enough. Who are they to tell you that? Even though it's your boss or someone with a really high function, eventually we're all humans. You know what I mean? We're all the same. We're all equal. And they can try to position themselves above you, but just keep in mind that they're also just people, and that they once started at the bottom too. Just try to imagine that you're already accomplished your goals and dreams. I'm pretty sure that you can do that. Try to really feel it, and maybe even when you're at your work, for example, or when you're having an off day, if you know what I mean, try to write down all the things that you're grateful for and the things that you would like to do in the future. Try to repeat those things in your head, and the positivity and the good things will come to you. Because once you got a taste of that positivity, that you can see how it can change your life, you never want to go back. Believe me, I've been there as well. And once you feel that your life can change, because you're so grateful for everything that you have, even though you don't have that much. I know how it's like not to have anything, always remember that little voice in the back of your head, that it can always be different. It can always change. And if someone offers you an opportunity, like, hey, do you want to come for lunch? And you have the feeling that you have a good connection with that person, that could be the first step to a huge, immense change. You only have to recognize those opportunities, and I know that you can do it. I love you, and I know that you can do it. I believe in you. It's also really important that we have someone who believes in us. You can come a long way when you're alone, but in the end you always need people around you so that you can share your happiness with and your ideas. And even though you don't have those kind of people right now, just ask for it and they will come to you as soon as you change your mind setting, and as soon as you start to be grateful for the things that you have and start to believe in yourself. Miracles can happen, and they're no longer miracles.